Now, 2019 registrations have started at tertiary institutions across the country. The National Student Financial Aid Scheme has received hundreds of thousands of applications. Let's find out how the application process is going so far. Joining us from Cape Town is NSFAS spokesperson Kakisha Mamabolo. Kakisha, a very good morning to you and thanks for your time. Tell us about the 2019 applications. How's that going and what are the numbers like?
Well, the 2019 applications went very smoothly. As you would recall that we opened on the 1st of September last year and we closed on the 30th of November, but also extended with 2 days, where by the 2nd of December we had extended the application so that those that did not manage to apply to submit. And of course, we have said this before that we have received over 410,000 applications, and to date we have already approved over 300,000 applications. So we do have now, as I speak to you, 300,000 students that are approved for NSFAS, that have received the outcome of the applications, that know that they have to approach universities and colleges where they've been admitted and register for free without paying any registration.
Kakisha, we spoke to SASCO yesterday, and they are, I'm sure you're aware, saying that they will make tertiary institutions ungovernable because they say that NSFAS has not paid registration fees for many students, and that these students now are going to miss out on a place. I'd just like to know from your side, are you aware of what's going on with those students?
Well, we met with SASCO yesterday, leadership at our offices, and I think the good thing about that meeting was that we took them through how NSFAS works. And one of the reasons why we encourage students to apply early before the end of the year is because we need to quantify the number of applications. Therefore, we need to advance upfront payment to the institution to ensure that our students don't pay registration. So I don't think that process, they understood it very well. But from our meeting yesterday, they now understand that indeed NSFAS having approved 300,000 students, registration is not an issue.
So what then would be the explanation, according to them, for universities actually turning some students away?
Well, I do not know. I think that question should be asked to the universities, because it is indeed against government policy to turn away eligible NSFAS students who have been funded. And the students, universities and the colleges, they have live data or list of funded students at their disposal. So any students that approaches an institution claiming to be a NSFAS student, funded students, the institution can be able to track and see that and immediately clear the student for registration. We are aware there are institutions such as University of Johannesburg, where the online registration blocks some of the students that are NSFAS recipient, and other institutions. And I must say, it is really against government policy, and institutions need to explain why they are doing that.
Are you asking them for an explanation? Are you in talks with tertiary institutions, Kakisha, to understand or figure out why this is happening to some students?
Look, we have encouraged our students that have been blocked to register to say they must let us know. As of yesterday, the administrator, Dr. Randall Kalerison, has been calling some vice-chancellors, actually alerting them of this matter, and some institutions have been able to lift that registration fee for our students. So we are in talk with institutions, but we encourage those students to let us know, and they can do that by just sending us a direct message on our Twitter page. We'll pick it up.
All right, and then let's talk about the new catch system and how you fit into that picture, and what NSFAS's involvement is in that.
Well, the catch system is the central application clearinghouse, which opens at the beginning of the year. It is run by the Department of Higher Education and Training, and it's quite an effective system, and which is meant to allow students who were never admitted or who did not apply early for admission to actually submit the application on that online system, which will then look at available spaces across all the 26 institutions and the 50 colleges. And the good thing about the clearinghouse is that it is aligned with the enrollment target per institution. So where a university has oversubscribed for the enrollment target, there won't be any space. So NSFAS's involvement in that is that because there are students that will be admitted for late admission, if a student is admitted through that catch system, NSFAS will be able to pay or consider funding that student. So the process works this way. Once a student is admitted through the catch, the student will be allowed to register, and then the institution will then give that information to NSFAS so that NSFAS can evaluate financial eligibility for funding.
All right, Kahisha, so you're confident that this year you shouldn't have major upsets and any major sort of backlogs, and that nobody's going to be getting extra zeros in in their account and feel like they've won the jackpot and then spend it and be asked to pay it back?
Well, I mean, I can only talk from our side that in terms of our preparedness, I mean, we engaged the student leaders, we engaged the principals of colleges, the vice chancellors, and it's systems go. We're quite confident that everything will, I mean, we don't know from the other fence what will happen at the institutions, but we have deployed our senior managers across the institutions to assist institutions that may be struggling. But I think what is important now, and I think we should make this aware, is that all our NSFAS students this year, for the first time, they will receive about 275 rands every month, which we call incidental care or a personal care allowances, so that those that needs personal needs, especially ladies, should be able to get money to buy that. And this is in addition to the allowances for meals and for accommodation, for transport that they would be getting. And I must say that this allowance will cushion a lot of students who come from a disadvantaged backgrounds.
All right, thanks very much for that update. NSFAS spokesperson Kahisha Momobolo in our Cape Town studio for us this morning.